right, that doesn't work on only 70% strength. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that the solar panels will not be used right now in here, although I suppose we can set them down, they'll be working eventually. There we go, we got those set up. Right, so you are mining, just not very quickly. We do have a smeltery. I think I'll do is to set up that one. You there. You shall be producing that. Putting stuff in there, and that's going to be all the stuff that we'll do with that. There'll be star for electricity, that's for sure, but it'll be better than nothing. Ooh, we are running very low on fuel though, so let me spend some time mining coal here. So, how's everyone doing in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for this? I think what we'll do here is we'll set up some basic storage for all the resources that we want from here, mainly the titanium and silicon, I suppose. And then we'll fly back. Also save. Okay, I think that is good enough. We have a little bit iron there, so we'll take that. And then, which way was the titanium? Is down there, so I believe the silicon would be on the opposite side. We've already got a little bit titanium. I think we want to start mining the silicon first, because that will actually allow us to build more power on this planet. Of course, since we are so far away from the sun, and the, ooh, a possibility to get, that's pretty good. Right, can we get a wind turbine? We can. Get two, in fact. Now, how far are these? Is it possible to link this up? I suppose it is possible. Not necessarily great, but we'll have to do. Okay, do we have another storage? We do. Although, actually, I don't think we need the raw stuff or anything, do we? Other than making the actual silicon. Yeah, no, we can start melting all of it immediately. And then what I think we'll do is we'll just set up a storage here. So it's not going to be particularly effective. It will do. Hey, it's almost daytime. We should be starting to get a bit more electricity in here. We are. Right, now that we've got that, we got a little bit of Tesla Tower still. Although I wonder, the titanium might be too far away. We'll give it a try anyway. We could reach down here, that would be nice. So, technically it does reach, now we just need to set up the mine on this side, which may not be the... Oh, that's actually not too bad. No, I suppose we don't necessarily need the titanium ore either, we just want the titanium itself, so we'll also put in a smelter. Again, this is just very early stuff, not really the most effective or anything like that necessarily, but it will serve a purpose for the time being. Titanium, and then let's get another storage. Anything else that we need? I mean, we could get some either copper or actually the coal mine might be more useful. Also some extra power, but it's not going to be all that actually. Yeah, I don't know if we want to use that, but right, we did get the storage in here. Okay, so now we are getting both silicon and titanium in here. But I suppose we never actually placed down one of these. Put down there so we can recharge from the solar power. Wait, can we? We could make 4. I mean, if we were to go and set up the copper mines, I'm gonna make 2. We're gonna make a copper mine at the. Okay, it's across the lake down here. So that we don't need to go back for any basic resources. Not yet, anyway. Need resources? What? Oh, right, yeah, it's not pointing to the correct direction. Okay, so we can get all of that into single mine. 1 tower. And the 2 panels. Provide at least a little bit, and then we'll just place down a smeltery. Basic inputs. Mainly, I don't even need to bring the belt that far out, but not really a problem. Okay, so they're it's not all that well satisfied. Okay, well at least we're getting some for now. Can we actually? With that, we can produce another 2. We'll do that, and let's actually sort the inventory so it's not quite as messy. Once we place these 2 down, we'll probably grab a what copper there is here. High efficiency logistics systems, excellent. Soon we'll have that. Take the copper. I mean, it's not going to be a massive amount of copper, and it's probably not going to be used all that much for production purposes. Merely to have some basic stuff for setting up logistics. Is this the correct direction? I don't... Oh yeah, it is. Well, kind of. Oh, and it's already getting nighttime here. Yeah, these days go by quickly. Take those so we at least have a little bit iron again. What silicon do we have there? I do wonder. Come on. Okay, we've got 1.5 secs. Better than nothing. I don't suppose we can make another mine. We can. Okay, well then I will craft some of those. The reason for that is simple. I want to get some coal gathered so I can recharge my mech. Or get enough fuel for getting back home. Although, let's actually have a look. How far are we from... Actually a little bit closer now, I think. Yeah, it was well over 2 astronomical units, so if we wait a little bit longer, we should be able to fly there easier. Now, of course, we do have a bit of a problem with electricity. But we got some titanium. Not all bad. Oh, right, and I wanted to set up the coal mine here, which means that there's going to be even less electricity to go around. That doesn't need to be connected to anything but the power network in here. I mean, can we set up another one of these? For a couple, we should have at least a bit more power. Oh, right, yeah, we had 2 over there. Because what we could do is we could put them on this hill. Although it's going to flatten the hills there, but alright. So yeah, the power load is still quite massive. But at least we can now mine some coal without doing it by hand. We got that. How much do we have? Oh, we've actually run out of coal. Recharging the mech on the network is not going to do all that much either. We'll just walk down here, get the silicon, because I know that we'll need some of that. Got 2 stacks right now. Could be worse. Have a quick look. So on this planet we got a lot of iron, a bit of copper, a bit of silicon and titanium, some stone, region of coal, water, a lot of construction area, that's for sure. And the wind, ooh, both wind and solar are actually really bad on this planet. I mean, we kind of knew that already, I just didn't remember how bad it is. Actually, if we go for the review here, so it's 162 astronomical units now. And it is heading towards this way, so if we were to leave, I mean, first things first, we'll probably need a lot more coal before we can actually reach there. Only 200 extra megajoules now make right now. I mean, I suppose we could use some wood, but it doesn't look like they're all that great for fuel. Now we've got 330. So it's almost an extra day of core energy. Still not great. Probably have to mine most of that to return home right now. Bit more iron, I suppose, in the meanwhile. And technically we do have the graphite that we could use, because we'll have soon plenty of that. But that in there, it's not going to be all that great, but that is nothing. About 500. I still have a feeling that we'll probably run out of power if we just start going out right now, so we'll at least get that there. We'll fill up this area with coal and we'll leave a little bit extra in our inventory, and then we'll and of course we'll harvest anything that we crafted in here. Well, mostly the silicon and titanium. It's coming daytime again, which means that there is a lot more power. At least a little bit more power. I mean, I suppose if I was to link up the copper is pretty far away, link that one up here, takes so much time, but it would be solar panels on a different area at least, which means that there would be some solar power produced for a longer time. Because a lot of people do make the solar rings around the planet, or build solar panels all around the equator of the planet. So there's at least always half of it getting, or more or less half of it getting power. Or producing power, but it's quite a bit of an investment in terms of resources, actually, early on. Oh, we've all, okay. Oh, well, I suppose we'll just use up, we'll fill up with coal the entire mech. Well, in the meanwhile, I'll just go gather up some more silicon. I wonder, do we have enough to... Got a lot of it here, so we could probably... We could build 8 more. Now we've got 300 ingots of silicon. That'll probably last us a few minutes, but once we get back. Yes, I've got 800 megajoules. We might have just enough to get back, but let's have a look. How is the planet aligned right now? Yeah, on the sun side, we get less than 1.5 astronomical units away. So I think, first of all, we're leaving during daytime. It needs to be... Hold on a minute, is that going to be... Which way does the planet rotate, actually? I was thinking, is it going to be evening or morning when it's the best time to leave? On the other hand, it's probably going to take a lot of power to actually get off into the air. Although now that we've done it once, we can kind of navigate a little bit better. That one, and then let's go for the titanium veins. Take all the titanium in there, and then we'll probably leave. At least there will be some produced here constantly now. So we've got over 300. That as well. Right, let's just make sure. Is this... How is that? Can we be down that way? You can actually see it from here. We zoom in. That is a star. There's the Kappa A1. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna take it a bit slower. Actually, oh right, we need to aim at the moon, not the planet. We're gonna aim at the planet first. Let the power recharge, and then... I do wonder, why is the button just slowed down? Is it... Oh, no? Alt? No, Alt makes you go down. Actually, there is probably some sort of tutorial for that. That during flight mode you can't actually select anything there. Lovely. Is it not meant to be reading and flying at the same time? Ah, okay. S goes down. Now the question is, are we going to get caught by the gravity of that planet first? Do we need to go a little bit to the side before we go towards the planet itself? Mention how much? Oh, plenty of power actually remaining. Okay, how much can we slow down all that we have? A little bit. Okay, now we need to just figure out where the hell are we? Probably on the opposite side, aren't we? Hold on, so that's the North Pole? Yeah, pretty much on the opposite side. Let's start heading down this way. Be reaching home eventually. Well, I'd say that was a fairly successful trip. At least we got that set up. Now we can start setting up the hydrogen production in earnest, and that's going to allow us to have a much better source of energy. Plus we can get the research going faster. Are we going to the correct direction? Oh yeah, we are. Just approaching from a bit awkward angle. Eventually we'll have to set up some actual logistics so that we'll get the stuff out of there without having to fly there manually. Oh right, yeah, this is the stone place. Where we produce our silicon. In low quantities, but well, at least something. How's the... Okay, the power production is actually really good. I mean, I reckon that the fact that we have solar panels on both North and South Pole helps a long way. Because the South Pole is actually not as effective. Or rather, it just doesn't have enough solar panels. Now, technically, there is a trick that will recharge a little bit quicker. If we were to craft a second one... Again, I'm not entirely sure if this is the best place to be recharging, so let's actually get it up somewhere down here. Wait for that to be crafted, but we can recharge with two of them. Same time. Oh, actually, as many as you can fit in within the reach, but there we go. Now it goes up a lot faster. So, okay, we've got plenty of extra power in there. Good. Okay, now I guess it's time to start setting up the... Actually, grab a little bit iron, maybe a little bit copper, and craft some of these. Then grab some more belts. Make sure that we have the resources that we require. Setting up all the things. Okay, so you are researching. Technically, it's just nothing over here. Is there some sort of problem in the production? I reckon there is. There's not enough hydrogen. I assume it is still being produced though, right? There's some problem in here. Oh, I see what's the problem. Well, I don't think we need to worry about that too much. As long as we start setting up the refineries in here for our next set of things. The question is... Right, yeah, I did do it that way, didn't I? Okay, so I'll place you there.